Hello, it's Dr. Pam here with Wellness Wednesday. Is anybody there? Come in, come in. Let's hear about the latest thing you should know to get through this holiday season. Is everybody out shopping? Who's buying a present for me? Just kidding. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a few minutes. Somebody gets on. And I'll just start off by wishing everybody happy holidays. I hope that you guys are not stressing out too much about the holidays. I've given some tips in the past about getting through this season. And I actually sent out some tips in my newsletter. So if you're not receiving my newsletter at the end of this particular broadcast, I'm going to tell you how you can. So anyway, we're going to get going with our Wellness Wednesday today. What I have been seeing a lot of lately, and you guys you may be experiencing this. Hopefully you're not, but if you are, I just wanted to give you some tips and let you know exactly what's going on. There are a lot of viruses going around right now, a lot of different viruses. What does that mean? That means that your child can get one virus, and as soon as they get over that one, or maybe they're barely over that one, they can develop another virus. I've had some of my colleagues saying that, they've been seeing kids who literally look like they even have the flu, but when, for those who are being tested, they don't have the flu. But so these viruses can seem pretty bad. Of course, if you're ever in doubt, you always can, you can call your doctor or, take your child in to an urgent care if it's after hours. But remember that if your child has a high fever, just a high fever, it's not a bad thing necessarily, as long as your child is over 3 months of age. Okay. So, if you have like an older child or a toddler who has a high fever, as long as they're not truly lethargic. What does lethargic mean? That means that they're just like staring at you. They're not really interacting with you mentally as they should. So if you have a fever, what I always tell parents is think about how you would feel. So I can speak for myself. If I've got a fever of like 102, I'm going to feel like I just got run over by a Mack truck. So I'm going to be probably stretched out on the couch or in the bed. I really don't want to be bothered. I definitely don't want to eat. I will probably drink something to keep myself hydrated. That's about it. I'm not going to be interacting a lot with people, but I can interact. So if you come up to me and you ask me what my name is, what year it is, how old I am, I can tell you all of that. But my energy level is going to be really low. And it's the same thing with children. Obviously, depending on their age, they may not be able to answer certain questions, but questions that that they know the answers to, they should still be able to answer that question. Now, if you have, a baby and you pick your baby up and your baby is really floppy, they're awake, but they're floppy as if they're sleeping, that's not a good sign. That is a lethargic child, or somebody who's just staring off mentally. They are just really not with it. That's when you get concerned about a fever. But if it's just that your child has a high temperature and they're just not running around like they normally do, that's totally fine. Because remember, with the high fever, the body is actually trying to help recover from whatever's going on. So it needs your child to really kind of be laying around, not really running around like they normally do, so that so it can do its job. The body just really needs to do its job to help, your child to get better. So with the, what we've been seeing during this cold season, if your child's got a fever and then they're like a runny nose, they're coughing, as long as they're not struggling to breathe, they will probably be okay. They probably just have a virus. And I do have to share this story. A friend of mine told me this, and she said it was okay to share it. She has a 5-year-old that she took in, and he actually was prescribed antibiotics. And she said that, when she went to give him the antibiotics, he was like, "No, mommy, why are you giving me poison?" I thought that was so cute. I was like, see, he knew that he really didn't need it. And guess what? Those antibiotics didn't make him feel any better. It was a relief for her mother-in-law, though, because her mother-in-law was helping take care of him. So when she came home with a prescription, mother-in-law was really relieved. And so I guess for the family, they know that, okay, they're doing everything they can, but, he's still having fevers. And so I explained to her that, yeah, it was probably a viral infection. And, and that's how you can tell, because remember, with a bacterial infection, it can be treated with antibiotics, but with viral infections, antibiotics do not help a viral infection at all. It just has to take its course. Now, it doesn't mean that a viral infection, you won't have a high fever, your child won't feel bad. It's just caused by a virus that can't be treated with antibiotics. Because what I'm realizing is that some people think that, well, if it's a viral infection, it's only going to last like a couple of days, it's going to be okay. That is really not true. Your child can have, like I was saying, children can have viral infections that are looking really bad. In fact, the flu is a viral infection. So, and that's really bad. Okay, so just because you or your child's feeling really bad, it doesn't mean that it's bacterial, and it doesn't mean that they necessarily need antibiotics. And I've said this before, but I'm going to repeat it one more time. If you do go to your doctor and your doctor tells you that your child just has a viral infection, there's no need for antibiotics, don't be upset with the doctor and thinking that the doctor just doesn't want to treat your child. Believe me, we're not in the business of medicine to make people suffer. And especially as pediatricians, we don't want to see children suffer needlessly. So if we have something that can treat your child, that can relieve their suffering, we will definitely tell you about it. We're not trying to withhold treatment from your child that can help. We're just trying to allow your child's body to heal the best way it can. And if your child has a viral infection, that means that antibiotics really won't help. So for this holiday season, hopefully your child won't be really sick, or you won't be really sick. And remember to to try to decrease that. You want to take some of the things that I've told you about. You want to make sure that you're eating healthy, getting your rest. Do take your oscillococcinum, your homeopathic oscillococcinum. That will help to boost your immune system also. And take whatever other immune boosters that you have that have worked for you in the past. Go on and do that so that you can get through this season, and enjoy the holidays and, not have to be at home sick or at home with a sick child. Okay? So that's it for now. I will speak to you guys next Wednesday. So you have a Wellness Wednesday. And for those of you who celebrate Christmas, you have a Merry Christmas. Talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.